What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back today to the original Road to Glory on FIFA 17. Today's episode number 5. If you have been seeing the previous episodes, I will put a link to the playlist of the series in the top right hand corner in the eye right now, so feel free to click on that. Go back and catch up with the series if you're not familiar. And don't forget, lads, if you do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on it and subscribe if you are new around here as well. But today we have got a hell of a lot of things to cover. It's actually going to be split into two parts today's episode. The first part, which you'll see now, is going to be covering the sort of the club itself, the changes that have been made, and just lots of things that I've been doing off camera, well, on camera but not live coming. And then the second half of it is going to be going through in post-com again the FUT Champions qualifying, which I tried to do yesterday. You'll see later, lads, but it's dramatic. It's definitely worth sticking around and watching for the second half. But yeah, it's all going to be post-com today. The next episode will be back to normal, but there was just so much content that I had to cover. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm not going to ramble on too much longer. So let's get stuck into this. So first thing we're starting off at, is the players page. Now, what you're going to see is here, let's press away, you can see the club. It is a lot smaller than it was last time we saw it. These are the only players that we now have in the club. A lot of loan players to begin with. We've got the likes of Goetze, Laporte, we've got just a standard team, which I'll show you in a minute, a standard Bundesliga team. Then it goes into, very quickly, the untradeable section, which is down here. Now, the reason the club is currently looking like this is because at the end of the last episode, I built a team and it had the likes of, I can't even remember who was in the team now. It was still Masonda, I think it was Origi, those kind of players, and there was like a BPL La Liga hybrid. Shortly after I finished recording that and put it out there, it became very apparent in the community that a really good thing to do on Road to Glory, and for just making coins in general, making good teams, making good use of the players in your club, were the squad builder challenges and the bronze pack method. Now, what that entailed was opening some bronze packs, which I did, selling on any players of any value that potentially could have. I'll throw out the transfer list now on the screen that I filmed at the time, so you can see anyone that I've sold. But basically, I sold the team, I bought a load of bronze packs, and the idea is that you sell the players that are worth money, which at the time were the Liga NOS and the MLS, because they were the squad building challenges that were currently going. You sell those players, and then you put the rest of the players that you get into the bronze squad building challenge, which I'll show you on screen now. So the bronze squad building challenge, I've actually got it down as a favourite now in here, I believe. You start off, you put 11 bronze players into this, you get a few silver players back, then you keep on doing that until you've got enough silver players to do the silver upgrade team, which gives you 3 gold common players. Once you've got enough players to fill the gold team, you do that, and you get 2 rare gold players, which are untradeable. Now, the players that we've got are the ones you've just seen. In fact, it'll be easier for me to show you in the squads thing. We've got ourselves a Julian Draxler, which is an awesome pull. This is the team that I've been using, which is a very, very good team. I'll talk more about it in a second, but we got Julian Draxler, which was a nice pull. We got ourselves Regani, which wasn't the best. We got Falco, which is okay. I quite wanted to try him. I haven't yet, but we got Falco. We got Cabaselli, who's a very OP Premier League centre-back. And I think that was it. Let's just double-check going into the club. We go to gold players. I know there's not many, so that's a lone player. That's another lone player. We also got him from the 3 common gold players pack. But yeah, the standout ones, Cabaselli. We already had Benyat as untradeable, of course. Falco, the Regani, and then Draxler, who was by far the best pull. Absolutely amazing player. And what that actually left us with in the end, because the club had been emptied, we ended up with those players that I've just mentioned, a couple that I kept, the likes of Video, Benyat, of course, is untradeable, and 25k because we'd sold the other team. So this was the team I built for 25k around Draxler, which I think, for the coins you're paying, is absolutely outstanding. I'm going to highlight a couple of the star performers straight away. We actually started off with Mario Gomez leading the line, so the team looked like this. However, he actually got injured after the first or second game, because I played a couple of games just to try out the team before going into the FUT Champions. Won them both, but we're not going to look at those games. It wasn't anything too exciting, and there's so much footage to show. Like I said, I didn't want to cover everything, but Gomez in the second game picked up an injury for 4 games. I think it was upper body. We didn't have the cards to heal him. And the cost of a healing card, because the injuries are so common right now, was the same amount of money as it would have cost to bring in Timo Werner. So I thought, why not bring in Werner? Looks OP, he'll be a good alternative off the bench if Gomez is better. But he turned out to be an absolute monster. You can see we played, how many did we play? 7 games, 7 goals and 2 assists. He's got 90 pace. Many people at the start of the year saying he could be like the new S-Fine kind of player, and he was absolutely exceptional. Second player I want to talk about, Draxler. Look at those stats, man. I mean, we got him untradeable. He has played 11 games, 13 goals and 6 assists. He is absolutely unbelievable. Somebody asked me at the start of the year on FIFA 17, review this guy. I don't think I'm going to review him because I'm just going to point out this. He is an absolute monster, lads. He's definitely worth the 10k that I think he's currently going for, and I'm really happy that we got him untradeable. I knew he was good anyway because I had him on my main account, but to get him on this account as untradeable is absolutely awesome. The next player I want to talk about is this guy here, Guilavogui. Really, really cheap player. We picked him up for how much? 850 coins. He's just a tank in the middle of the park, just cuts out absolutely everything, gets in the way, passes it on. Absolutely awesome, awesome player. And then we've decided to reunite the partnership that had been so good in the previous team for us of Laporte and Jimenez. But this team, honest to God, lads, played exceptionally well. It's the first time I've used this formation, which is the narrow version of the 4-2-3-1, and it really, really did a job. You'll see some footage of it in a second, but I don't think there's anything. In fact, the one thing I do want to ask you, there's nothing else really to show you. What I did do is I'll show you first. I did do the single player tournament that I mentioned I was going to do. It was this one here. We got a gold gift pack from it. It wasn't anything exceptional by any stretch, but that earned us a few coins. I've also gone to the catalogue and picked up the coin boost, which someone commented saying, why haven't you done? And I didn't want to do it because it felt a bit like I was using the catalogue and I didn't want to, but I thought, you know what, everyone's got access to the catalogue, it's not cheating, so I bought some 1,000 coin boosts. I've not got every single level unlocked, I think I could only get like 10 of them, but you'll see that's got us up to 19,000 coins alongside this team as well, which is really, really awesome. Now the question I've got for you guys, should we sell this team and then build a new team? We'll have about 40k to build the team, 35, 40k, that'll be the most amount of coins we've had on the series so far, obviously. Or, because this team's been playing so well, should we stick with it and just upgrade a couple of positions? Like I was thinking, Kagawa hasn't been exceptional, so we could perhaps bring in Thiago Alcantara. We could replace Moya with Oblak even, who'd be a really good signing, 87 rated goalkeeper, I think. So we could just upgrade this team and stick with it for now. Or we could sell on this team and build something new and fresh. Perhaps around one of the other untradeable players we've got, like the Falcao. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll do that for the next time out. And I think the only thing to show you now, you will have probably seen it in passing anyway, but the record is currently 22 wins, 4 draws and 5 losses, which is really, really decent in my opinion. We've only played like 4 or 5 offline games, so pretty happy with that record as it is right now. As far as the FUT Champions go that you're going to see in a second, the first attempt I had, because you had 3 attempts, it was stupid of me actually. I left it to the last possible day to do it, which was really poor for me. I should have tried every single day until we did it essentially, but the first attempt that we tried, I actually got disconnected from the EA servers instantly as soon as we joined the game. So that was one attempt to run straight away, which really peed me off, and that counted as a loss as well. So that was really frustrating. The second run and third run we're about to go through, so I'm going to cut away now. I think I've shown you everything you need to know at this point. You can see the record, you can see how many coins we've got. All I really want to know is, should we sell this team completely and build afresh, or should we stick with this team as it is, because Draxler has been absolutely killing it, and Werner, and just upgrade certain positions on it. Let me know what you think. We're going to cut to the second half now. I think we've covered everything, and we'll run through our FUT Champions qualifying runs. Now you're going to have to forgive me, lads, because I'm going to be looking over to the left now, because that's where I've got the footage of the runs that we did, and that sounds really dodgy, but we're going to blast through them really, really quickly because there's so much to cover. We were actually doing really well, like I said. The team was playing well. Just turn this down so it doesn't come over the microphone. The team was playing really well, like I said. Draxler and Werner absolutely killing it. And in the first run through, we won our first game 2-1. We won our third game, because I think I missed out the first game because it was like a 1-0. Like I said, I'm not going to show every single goal in these ones. There's just too much to cover. But this is the semi-final, I believe, and we win this one 4-2 again. You'll see some quick glimpses of goals. This is a great goal by Timo Werner. Just drops a shoulder on the defender, a cross goal, and this guy had an incredible team, as you just saw the likes of Griezmann in there, Benzema, really strong team, but managed to see him out 4-2. We go into the final here, and this, lads, was a very, very close game. He took the lead early on, we equalised, and then this is coming up to the 70th minute, we had a chance to win it. Draxler hitting the post one of the few times that he let us down there, so unlucky. And then Ada for him went on a run where I just couldn't touch him, slots it in, and we actually lose our first proper run through on FUT Champions 2-1 in the final. I was absolutely gutted, but I brushed myself down. I thought we're playing well. You can see we're picking up the coins off the coin boost, and we'll try again straight away. So first game again, first round, incredible team. He's got ones to watch, Ben Arthur, Benzema, but this goal wasn't that great. Managed to take an early lead, then add to that with a lovely diving header from Draxler to make it 2-0. This actually turned into a really good game, but we were always sort of in control. It went 3-1, then 3-2, and then we take a 4-2 lead near the end to shore it up for the last 10 minutes, making it quite a... It was a 4-2, but it was a very comfortable 4-2. The next game that we played, another fantastic team. This guy had Thomas Muller leading the line, and it was a very strange game actually, because we went 1-0 up early on, we went 2-0 up. This guy looked like he completely thrown in the towel and given up. Then Thomas Muller, out of nowhere, just banged in 2 goals for him, out of absolutely nowhere. We then retook the lead for 3-2, and we then add to that again to make it another 4-2 win. We seem to be having a lot of 4-2s lately, with a lovely dink from Timo Werner. That gave us the win in that game. Like I say, Again, it was quite comfortable, even though it was 4-2. We're then playing the semi-final. This guy who's got the likes of Rondon, Jonas. He didn't have full chemistry, which sort of gave me a lot of faith. Again, it was quite a close game. Draxler putting in an absolute pitch there to put us 2-1 into the lead. But again, it was a fairly comfortable game. You can see we're 3-1 up at this point, and we make it 4-1 with a Julian Draxler header from a corner of team. And going into the final for the second time in a row, I was buzzing. We were playing well, brushing everyone to one side. I'm lying. That wasn't the semi-final. This is the semi-final. I'm getting confused from my games. Forgive me, that was the quarter-final. We then go into the semi-final. I wondered when I said it was a close game, how it ended up being 4-1. This is actually the semi-final, which was a close game. We go 2-0 up here. I think that's how it finished. It could have been 2-1. I can't remember. Yeah, it was 2-0. And again, it was a very comfortable game. Forgive the mix-up there. We go into the final now, and look at this for a team, man. I mean, he's got attribute cards as well, but Aubameyang, the new Sterling Player of the Month, Douglas Costa with an attribute card on him. And this was an insane game. You can see it's currently 0-0 just from the kickoff. We go 1-0 up from Timo Werner. And I was thinking, you know what? This guy struggles to defend. We could win this game even though he's got crazy attribute cards on him. You can see now the score is currently 4-3. We had a 4-2 lead. Then he pulled it back level with Antonio Valencia from the edge of the box in the 68th minute. It was a crazy, crazy game. It ended up going to extra time where this guy took the lead with a bit of sweat to Aubameyang. Don't blame him for sweating, of course, it's the final. We then actually pull it back in like the last kick of the game almost. Oscar de Marcos takes it all the way to penalties, and I was like, the heart was going, lads. I'm telling you, it was tense. The team we had in comparison, I mean, I was up for this. We saved his first penalty. I was thinking, come on, we can qualify for the weekend tournament. We can do this. I've got a good record from penalties. We then put our first one away. I think that's Mario Gomez, who had brought out the extra slot away. He takes his second one. Probably should have saved that because it was such a P-roller. I probably could have dived late and still got that, but just didn't react. This guy then, for his second, puts it away to the top left. Well, more central. I was going to say top left. It was very central, really. That made it 2-1 to us on aggregate on the penalties. We step up for one. No, he steps up for his. Puts it left. That was a nice penalty. I'm getting so confused with this as I'm watching it, lads, trying to keep up because the clips are so quick. But the short straw is we basically have ours saved. He then steps up with Aubameyang. This is another one I feel I should have saved. He stayed there in the middle. He stayed there in the middle a couple of times, really, because I don't think he was too competent with the penalties. We then step up with Julian Draxler. I believe we put this one away. Straight down the middle. A lot of pair behind that one. Solid penalty. He then steps up with Raheem Sterling, whose card, by the way, if you've not used it, the Player of the Month card, is outstanding. It's awesome. We dive left for his penalty, but we can't quite get there. Then Joshua Guilavogui, who'd been so good in this team, steps up. And he saves it. I was absolutely heartbroken, lads. It means we won't be qualifying for the weekend tournament, unfortunately, this time around. But next time, for the next week when it happens, I'm going to make sure we try and do it early on and not leave it to the last minute, because that's what's cost us to lose to such a team, especially with attribute cards on penalties. There's no shame in that, but honestly, I was so annoyed and I felt devastated. I really wanted to get into the first weekend champions, and unfortunately, that's not to be the case, but that covers all the games we played, I think, right now. So if you look back at where we are in the present moment, we've got 22 wins, 4 draws, 5 losses, 19,820 coins with the team that we've got on the go now. Like I said, the main thing I want to know is, should we stick with this team and upgrade it, or should we completely change it around and just build a new 35-40k team? Let me know what you think. I know that a lot of this has been post-com today. In fact, all of it's been post-com. There was just so much to cover. It will be back to normal in the next episode, I believe. I'm just going to build a team off camera, depending on what you guys want to see. But that does wrap it up. Let me know if you managed to qualify for the weekend tournament. I have done it on my main account, so I'm quite looking forward to blasting through some games. Just gutted I couldn't do it on this one. Let me know how you all get on. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, what team you want to see, what plays you want me to see perhaps, and I will speak to you all in tomorrow's, lads, where I'm trying to get up a double player review. So look forward to that tomorrow if I can get it out for you. Enjoy the rest of your night. Nidge out.
Yo, he's Nidge, plays with big games and player reviews are getting insane. He entertains while he elevates, his video quality resonates. On career mode, he got lots of vids uploading off and he's rocking it. He's got the confidence in all his commentaries. Videos range, they often vary. Got need for speed and a road to glory. Just watching vids and you know the story. The content is underrated, I'm understating, so don't ignore the like and subscribe button to support the channel that keeps running. It takes 1 second, like it's free, it costs nothing. Peace.